We have two great stories on silver dimes, folks. One of them is for the shop. One viewer just emailed me about silver dimes. I'm going to let you know what. I'm not going to mention the viewer's name. I did not have permission to do that, so I'm not going to do that. So I will let you know about the story, though. I am impressed. All right, I'll just say I'm very impressed with this viewer, how long he's been stacking for. I'm guys going to let you know about that. Sometimes it does not take a lot to impress me. I will tell you that. But this guy has impressed me to probably the top so far this year. I'll just leave it as that before we get into that story. Please like, share, and subscribe if you want to hear stories more about these type of stories about silver, gold, or platinum. You must subscribe. Don't miss out, folks. Hit that orbit bell. Thank you for watching as well. Let's just get into the video right now. 30,000 dimes. I had a call this morning about a guy in New York. Well, his friend called me and said, but I got a friend who has $3,000 face in Roosevelt silver dimes. He just sold his house out of New York, and he's going to be on his way down here next week. And he says, are you guys interested in buying the silver dimes? He says, I know you guys need dimes. You guys know me. I said, yep, I do know who you are. And I said, yeah, I would love to get the silver dimes from him, if that's what he really wants to do, I said, but I'll tell you, honestly, I says, what I would like to do is, I says, if you want to do 1,000 face at a time, I would rather do 1,000 face at a time. And I said, I'm willing to pay $128 a roll right now for the first 1,000 face. I said, if he wants to do them all at one time, I says, I'll go $127 a roll there afterwards. I said, because I'm taking the chances of the market going down. I said, I don't think the market's going to go down. You don't think the market's going to go down. I said, I think it's going to be a better way of us to handle this transaction. And I says, look, if he wants to come in, if he wants to come in 3 weeks from now and sell another bag, we could probably do even better if the market goes up. If he wants to sell $500 face at a whack, I said, you can bring in the whole 1,000 face bag. Don't have to count them. We got the counter. I can run through $500 face and pay out $500 face at a time, or whatever the amount is. I says, I don't want to get stuck in a position for the shop. You know, I says, as most of you guys know, I just work there. I said, I don't want to put the shop in a bind where we pay up so much and the market just comes down a buck or two. Then we're going to have to eat some of the losses on the backside. So I says, but I don't think that's going to happen. I says, but I don't want to take that chance. There's always that chance, right? So the guy who I was talking to on the phone, regular customer, he was very happy how I said that to him. He says, you're just being honest with me. He says, you're just being honest. And he says, and that's what I like about you guys. You guys are honest of telling me what's going on what you are thinking is going to happen. And I says, yeah, I would love to pay you more. I mean, you know, I says, we do need the dimes. I says, we can swing the $3,000 face, no problem. I says, but I am going to have to hold off for the other two bags and pay you $1 less for a roll for the other two bags. So he understood that. So he's going to talk to his friend. He says, well, he's not bought a house down here yet, but he wants to buy a house, and he says they're welcome here as long as they want to stay here for until they find a house. And they got a small U-Haul. They're going to have the wife drive the van behind the U-Haul. And I said, why don't they just pull the van with the U-Haul? He says they didn't want to spend the money to get the tie-up thing, whatever how it's called. But anyways, it was gonna be. They said they figured it's gonna be a little bit cheaper to spend the gas. I says, I don't think so, but just whatever. So the wife's gonna drive behind the U-Haul, take a few days to come down, and probably be down sometime. I think it was this week, but it may have been next week too. I'm not. I gotta get a confirmation on that for sure. But no, yeah, we are interested in the dimes, folks. That will be good for the shop. They're all Roosevelt silver dimes. So the guy who I was talking to was very, like I said, very impressed with how I explained how we're going to handle this and how I would like to handle it. I'm like, I'm not trying to rip you off. It's just we just don't know what the market's going to do. Look, silver takes a dollar dip. That's gonna hurt us at the back end of it. I don't think we're going that low, folks, but we just don't know. Yeah, and we're taking chance on the other hand of silver going up and paying more later. Yeah, then we just the prices go up. Yeah, we taking that chance too. But I don't think that's going to matter because we can't keep dimes in stock right now anyways. We're not creating a wait list right now. It's first come, first serve. We're not putting any limits on dimes when they do come in. I understand some people get concerned about us putting limits on stuff. Hey, look, I'll say it again about the maples. We're only doing it to keep the prices down for people. We don't want some big person to come in from another shop and buying 3 or 4 monster boxes all at once because their price has already gone up. We're trying to avoid that at the shop. Or trying to have another coin shop give us, say, $18,000 in cash, give it to another customer, and that customer comes in and sneaks it through in the back door that way. That is the reason why we're doing it, folks. We're trying to prevent that from other coin shops doing it that way and raises prices, and we can keep our prices lower than any other coin shop in the area. That is the reason. So, we're trying to do the right thing. If someone lives further away, we've already told our customers, you want to pre-order 3 rolls a day, come in at the end of the week, we're willing to hold them, whatever the price is. It's not that, don't have to come back in the next day like we normally do. If you want to start ordering on Monday, come in Friday, pick up 3 more rolls, that's absolutely fine. We just charge you what the going rate is on the day you call in, and the time you call in, we say it's XYZ amount today, Tuesday's XYZ amount, and we go forward from there. So before I get into the next story, check out channel sponsor Pinbacks for your silver dimes, your silver quarters, your gold, your platinum. A lot of times they get the best price, folks. A lot of times you're going to be able to call them, you're going to speak to the owners themselves. I'm still waiting for anybody to put in the comment section that you can call any other online bullion dealer out there and talk to the owners directly yourself. That's not going to happen. You're going to get a call center. And I'm not saying they're all bad. That's not what I'm trying to get at. But I've been to some of these call centers. The person on the other end, he or she, does really not know what they're talking about half the time. They're not trained very well. So, if you want to spend that time and wait for a supervisor to get on the phone, yada, and probably pay more, be my guest. If you want to spend a little bit less and get better customer service, get fast shipment, get the package shipped well and fast to you, Pinbacks is your place. If you want to pay more, that's your business. If you want to pay less, shop Pinbacks, let Coin Shop Chris know I sent you. Thank you, Pinbacks, for sponsoring the channel as well. Thank you to the viewers, because it's not possible without you as well. So I got to thank the viewers as well. Every single video, because that's the most important part, is the viewers. Speaking about the viewers, one of you just emailed me. This person is 70 years old. He's been stacking silver for the last 20 years. Okay? He showed me a picture of 2 guardhouse boxes full of 90% mercury silver dimes. I want you to think about that. That's 100 rolls, folks. He wanted to know, should he trade. He wants to start liquidating and going to gold when the gold ratio drops. When it drops. You guys know me that I love my 90% silver so much. Me personally, not financial advice. Okay? Not financial advice. Me personally, I told him, I said, I would not trade 90% silver for gold. Now, if you got 10-ounce bars, kilo silver bars, maybe some foreign silver, yeah, I would trade that for gold. Me, this guy has worked too hard. 20 years, folks. He's been stacking for the last 20 years. So let's say 2005. He rolled all the price up in 2011 when silver was almost $50 an ounce. He took a beating all the way back down again. He was still stacking. To me, he's worked his rear end off to get what he's got. And he claims there's no slicks in any of his Mercury dimes. And from what I've seen on the top coins, they don't look like slicks to me. Now, I ain't going to see the bottom. I'm just taking his word for it. I'm going to take his word for it, because what I've seen, this guy's done tremendously well for himself. So congratulations to that viewer. I'll just give you the first initial of his first name. It starts with M. That's all I'm going to say. Because I did not give there were not enough time lapse between the two emails back and forth. But this guy impressed the heck out of me of what he has. And I cannot advise anybody what to do. But me personally, he's worked too hard. He's worked too hard to trade that. Even if the ratio comes down for gold, he's worked too hard for those dimes. And I congratulate people who stuck with it, who's been stacking for 20 years, rolled the price up to almost $50 in 2011, and took a beating on the way down, and you're still stacking. Guys, girls, that's the name of the game. It's not something that happens overnight. Stacking overnight. Don't compare your stack with anybody else's stack. I will say that in almost every single video, because that's how important. These stories, like this viewer, showed me. I'm impressed. Okay? That really, you know, I'm getting worked up. Yeah, I'm getting emotional maybe. But this guy showed me 2 God house boxes of Mercury dimes full. Impressive, to say the least. And he's done good for himself, because he's got it at the lows, he's got it at the super highs in 2011, and he started getting it on the way down, I'm assuming, and he probably rolled it all the way down to about $11.80 an ounce, and he's probably still buying it in. Now he's riding it back up. Good for him. He's cost average. That's the point of cost averaging, folks. Nobody can time the market. Nobody. You might get lucky, but stacking takes years. Building your wealth takes years. It's not something that happens overnight. I guess I'm getting emotional here, but these are the stories I like to see. And I hope this guy does not trade for gold for his 90% silver, but that's up to him. Okay, that's up to him. Because, like I've just said already, he worked his rear end off to get what he's got. And I'm very impressed. I don't know this guy. He just emailed me. Like I said, I don't know him. But it's very impressive to me. And folks, I've been doing this for a long time. I've seen some of these people who've stacked this long and have this nice of coinage, because they took the time to stack. We can all get there. He's got more than I got, okay? I'm not trying to compare my stack to his stack. I don't want you comparing my stack of dimes. You know, yeah, I got more, all right? I got more in an off-site location. I don't want anybody to compare your stack with my stack either. That's not what this is about. This is about cost averaging your stack, getting when you can, and not overdoing it at one time where you got to come into a coin shop or call pinbacks up and say, Michael, Brian, I got too much at one time. I need to sell. Don't do that to yourselves, folks. And there's not too many YouTubers are this persistent about this. But take it from me, I'm your boots on your ground channel. And I know the people who just bought too much. We'll be back in 4 to 6 weeks and saying, I wish we would have listened to you. You know, that's the main thing. And I truly do care about everybody's stack. I don't, you know, it's not what I want. It's just my opinion and how I feel. Don't put yourself in the position where you buy too much and have to sell. Keep some cash on the sidelines, folks. You know, put it in your safe. Put it in your silver. You know it's there. Try not to spend it on other junk that you don't need. If you folks have questions for me about silver, gold, or platinum, please reach out. I'm always happy to help you, give you guys my thoughts, my opinions, and that's what it is. It's not advice. I don't know you personally. I can only guide you what my mindset is, what I would do, and what I would do or you would do may be two different things, and that's okay too. If you got a different thought on it, that's okay. We don't have to agree on every little area of silver and gold and platinum even. It's okay. That's why I love the comment section, because people have different thoughts, different ideas. And that's why I built this channel, trying to help as many as people as we can, because I do believe the dollar will go completely down the road. Goodbye down the road. Exactly when? I can't tell you that. Is it going to happen underneath President Trump? It could. Could it happen afterwards? Yeah, it could too. But I think we're getting close, folks. That's my personal opinion. I think we're getting close because of the BRICS nations are trying to get away from the dollar, and a lot more countries are trying to join the BRICS. And I think the dollar's seen its better days. That's just my opinion. And if it does happen underneath President Trump, it's not going to be President Trump's fault. It's going to be from all the spending before it as well. So I'm not here to blame one president to the next. We got to keep in mind, folks, if you want change, Congress is the ones need to change. We can't keep these people in Congress for 30, 40, 50, 60 years and expect to have a different outcome. You want change? We got to put different people in Congress, in the Senate. That's where your change is going to come from. That's where the laws are made. Not to get political, but that is how it is. That's all I got to say, folks. Thank you for your time to watch. Until tomorrow morning's video, I hope you find this useful, informational, and I'm just trying to get the good word out for about silver, gold, and platinum. Thank you all for watching. Coin Shop Chris is out.